Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Market Watch Wednesday. I am your host, John Maz, and this is Side Hustle Enterprise. I'm going to be talking about AMC today. We're going to be going over what's going on with AMC. Got some interesting news to share with you guys, along with Dogecoin being pumped a little bit. And of course, the main topic of discussion today is shadow banning, and is it right? If you're not aware of it, there is about 15 or so billionaires that own 90% of all media outlets. So a lot of us YouTubers and Twitter accounts are being shadow banned. What are your thoughts on it? What's going on, guys? Happy Wednesday. Lots of things going on. This is Market Watch Wednesday. It's also a live AMA, so if you want to ask questions, please feel free to do so. If you want to jump on the stream with me, you can always check out Discord, slide over there, and join the live chat. Anybody and everybody is welcome to join the conversation. I don't discriminate, don't hate, so whoever wants to jump in and talk, we're all for it. Looks like AMC is trending down a little bit. Got some news to share with you in a little bit later. Just going to see if we can get some more people to join in on the stream. Looks like we had some decent action last night with Dogecoin and Elon Musk's tweet saying that he is now the Dogefather. So, of course, every time Elon Musk says something, we see a nice little jump. You know, just barely touched upon that top line, retraced down a little bit, and then I guess skyrocketed all the way up to 34 cents. And now we're back in a new resistance band here, trending right along. We'll have to see how long it sits in that band. I'm going to guess probably until he's on SNL and we get some nice action from him there once we see what kind of skits he's got going on SNL. We did see a nice long consolidation period here on the Doge chart, and then of course his tweet, and let's see if we get a nice little consolidation movement here before we jump up to the next bands. And that's more or less what you want to see for stability, is nice consolidation, nice trading, sideways trading, and then a little bit bump up and continue on. So like a stepping pattern. It's more or less what we'd like to see. SafeMoon's still a scam. I really hope not. I have money invested in SafeMoon. Again, it's money that I'm willing to lose if it does happen. I don't feel it's a scam. It looks like the team is working very, very hard to push the coin itself to new levels and new highs. We will be talking about SafeMoon. I do have some of the charts pulled up for SafeMoon, so we'll get to that and talk in depth about it a little bit further if you'd like. But I really hope it's not a scam. I'm up on it. I bought it, you know, almost at the floor, so I'm doing fairly well. I'm sitting just under 500 million tokens for SafeMoon, so I'm hoping that we see at least, you know, a penny or you know, half a penny in the near future here. So I'd be very happy with that. So I'm holding for the long term. It's money that I had lying around, and it's something that I'm super, you know, attached to if I do lose it. So we're going to see how it rides out. Lots of positive things around it though, so I'm hoping for the best. Just looking over, checking out my charts a little bit, seeing what we got going on. Looks like AMC is being pushed down a little bit by the hedge funds, trying to get us to pull out. I did have some interesting news about AMC yesterday that I'm going to share with you guys in a little bit later. Just going to see if we can fill up the chat room a little bit more. So for the guys that are listening and following along, if you're not aware of what's going on, there's about 15 or so billionaires that own 90% of all media outlets. And what's happening across the board for not just myself, but many other YouTubers and Twitter handles as well, a lot of people are being shadow banned depending on the content that they're putting out when it comes to, you know, comes to financial charting or just discussions like we're having here. I'm not telling anybody to buy anything. I'm not telling anybody to sell anything. I'm just looking at the charts and sharing my opinion with the holdings that I have. However, because of that fact, because I have AMC in the title, I'm actually being shadow banned and my content isn't being pushed out to new viewers like it's supposed to. So, of course, guys, if you could help me out, help out other YouTubers, not just myself, but if you see anybody talking about AMC in a positive light, hit that like button, hit that, you know, notification bell, subscribe to them, subscribe to me, hit that notification bell for me, and push the content out to more and more people, and really try to, or even share the actual link to the video itself. That would be super helpful, because like I said, a lot of people are being shadow banned talking about AMC, talking about Dogecoin, and so on. So really push it out there, get the content, get more and more people talking about it, the better it's going to be. Really stick it to the man. Yeah, this whole shadow banning run up is getting kind of out of hand for a lot of people, and it's sad to see. I mean, we've got some great YouTubers out there. I know I'm very new to the space. This is something that I'm really making an effort to and really push myself to, out of my comfort zone. But there's a lot of great YouTubers out there that have been doing this for years and years that are being shadow banned and being blocked, and their algorithms being stopped, and whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on Twitter or any other form of social media, a lot of it times it just comes down to saying something that, of course, is not popular, I guess, and it's freedom of speech being hindered and blocked, and it's crazy that we're seeing this more and more prevalent in today's day and age. So if you guys see content that you like out there, and you see stuff that you feel is important to share and really touches home with you, share the content. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, give that heart button on TikTok, whatever it may be, and just really support the creators that are out there, because that's the only way that we're going to show them that we're not going to back down. Share links, share videos. There's a lot of times, even though you're hitting that like button, you're hitting that subscribe button, it's not pushing out the content like it's supposed to. That's the whole shadow ban thing is. Even though we have people hitting subscribe buttons and hitting notification bells and like buttons and so on, the content itself is being manipulated, so it can't be pushed out to new viewers and gain new audiences. I recently, looking at my analytics, I was doing great, had some great growth up and down, steadily growing the channel. We're just at that, below that 1,000 subscriber mark, and all of a sudden, the past few days, no new subscribers, no new views. My viewer drop has diminished. So that was a key indication to me that not just myself, but other YouTubers in the space are being shadow banned, and the content isn't being pushed out like it should be. So just do your best, help out. I'm not just saying it for me, I'm saying it for all the YouTubers out there and all the content creators that are trying to speak out and trying to share their stories but are being blocked. Just support. That's all it takes, is a little bit of support. Share the links, put them on Facebook, put them on Twitter, TikTok, whatever, and just share the content one-to-one, instead of hitting that subscribe button. That doesn't really do the difference anymore, make a difference anymore. It's sad how manipulative the systems can be these days. Yep, it's called the rich being rich and not wanting to share. Absolutely. It's a disgrace to support freedom of speech. They can't stop the people. 100% right. 100% right. It's you can't. They can't stop the content completely unless I say something that is completely inappropriate, or YouTuber says something that's completely inappropriate and the content gets taken down or flagged for some strange reason. Share the content, post it out there for myself, other YouTubers. They can't stop the spread and the share of media that way. As once if I say something wrong, I do something that really affects my account, that's the only time they can really stop me. But I can make these videos and share with you guys and do live streams with you. Just the whole shadow banning process is them not pushing it out to new viewers and new members to, look at, to read, to see, to listen to. Yeah, there are a lot of issues with some content creators out there pushing their opinions. Maybe pushing them a little too hard. I really try not to do that. Again, this is me sharing my journey with you guys. This isn't me giving you financial advice. This is me coming from more of a storyteller setting than anything else, because I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a financial expert. I'm just a guy with a camera and a crappy mic trying to, share his opinion and his journey with you. If you like the content, that's great. If you don't, you don't have to stay. But it's been so much fun just in the past couple months that I've been really diving deep into this and really pushing to my limits and breaking through those comfort zones. It's been honest. It's been great. It's been honest. It's been, some fun times. I mean, the Discord server is growing immensely. So, I appreciate you guys and I appreciate all your support. Thanks. That's an awesome comment, man. That William, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it's been definitely stepping out of my comfort zone, being a workaholic and working multiple jobs to support my family, to now doing YouTube full time. It's definitely been a change of pace, to say the least. A lot of it is about time and analytics. I'm not a SEO specialist or expert. I know a little bit. I've studied it. I try to, if something I don't understand or I don't know, I try to do my best to study and to learn as much as I possibly can. But a lot of times, a lot of the subscriber base comes from YouTubers actually paying for ads or paying for their videos to be pushed out to more people. I'm not doing that. I am just trying to grow organically. So I really rely on what people who subscribe to the channel, who hit that like button, people who show up in the chats and talk with me. That's who I rely on. I'm not pushing my content. A lot of these YouTubers and a lot of the courses that I've seen, they tell you to sign up for Google AdSense. They tell you to sign up for some of these promotional sites that you pay for to promote your YouTube content, whether it's trash or not. I really don't think that's right. I mean, if that's the way these guys want to go, that's great. I would like to grow this channel organically on my own. That's my driving force behind it. I want to do this with, my own hard work, put my own sweat equity into it and grow it organically. So that's why a lot of these useless content creators and YouTubers that are out there have tens of thousands of subscribers, and I'm still sitting here at 840 or whatever I'm at. And I've been doing this for a while. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today, because I got a pretty nasty comment on one of my videos talking about Dogecoin and everything else. This channel has changed forms quite a bit over the years. I'm going to pull up my channel for you guys just so you can kind of see, if you haven't dived deep into really some of the videos that I've made in the past. I've been doing this for a while and then just recently decided to pick it up full steam, quit my day job and focus on YouTube. Let me pull up my channel. Ooh. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with my channel. If you guys are subscribers, I appreciate it. Let's go to my videos here. So this was a comment about Dogecoin and that I'm just a pump and dump guy, and that I really don't have a huge stake in the game when it comes to Dogecoin and everything else. So I'm going to go through my videos here. I'm going to scroll all the way down. Let's see if I can find it. So we're going 3 years back now, right? So look, 3 years ago, there was one of my first Dogecoin mining videos. 3 years before Dogecoin pumped, before it was even worth a penny, I was talking about Dogecoin. I was helping people mine it. I was trying to get people involved in it. It's even before I started making videos, I was investing in cryptocurrency. I was involved in cryptocurrency. So it's people need to do their research, and my content is not the best out there. Granted, I'm working with an old cell phone as a video camera and a mic that has less than perfect audio, but all the subscribers and the people that watch me, I do appreciate it. And guys that come and show up, it's awesome. So what's your thoughts? Nothing's off topic, William, don't worry about it. Let's see what we got here. Off topic, what's your thoughts on Helium and the mesh network miners? Only $400. People are saying ROI in a couple of months. Wish I got into it 3 years ago. So I did it back when I was in Southwest Florida when they first came out. It wasn't real profitable where I was. Now the network has gained such immense strength that people are making tons of money off it. I myself have purchased a new Helium miner or antenna, RFI antenna. It's in the mail. It's coming. I don't know when I'll ever see it. I haven't even got notification that it's shipped yet, but I'm into it. I think it's a cool concept. I think that it could really revolutionize the way data is, sent and received, and making networks decentralized instead of everybody having to rely on, Xfinity or Cox or whatever other, Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T. These are going to be ways to help stretch that and share network and with everybody. I'm all for it. Whether it's going to be this profitable moving forward into the future, I don't know. I can't really say. It's definitely getting into its height or its peak of popularity. I feel right now we went from being $1, $3 a coin, now where we saw $15 and $20 a coin. So it's definitely picking up speed in terms of value for the cryptocurrency itself. But I think the real technology is, and the real game changer is the technology behind it, and getting these antennas out to more and more places and so on. So I'm all for it. I like it. I think it's a really cool concept. Yeah, see, I tried to get into ham radios and stuff like that when I was in Florida. I belonged to a huge off-road community, so we all had CB antennas and ham radios that we all talked to, communicated with, and kind of like a helpline if you got stuck out in the woods and you were all by yourself. I'm all for it. I agree with you. I think it's something that we needs to be really looked at deeper. I mean, it's an older technology, granted, but there are so many ways, like what Helium is doing. They're incentivizing you to use this method of transmission and really get it to be adopted on a global scale. We went from seeing one or two little miners here and there, and now we're in the thousands, tens of thousands of miners worldwide. And the network is growing very, very fast to the point where the manufacturers of these antennas and these miners cannot keep up. There are a bunch of videos out there on how to create your own and build your own antennas. I may look into that moving forward, where you have, I'm sure if you're a ham radio operator and you're a radio dude, like you say, I'm sure you got antennas off the top of your house. Supposedly there's a way to utilize those antennas and tap into this Helium network frequency. So you could potentially be mining right now if you wanted to, without having to buy some of this new specialized hardware. So definitely look into that if that's something you want to get into. If you already have the hardware there and you can figure out a way to tap into their bandwidth, whatever it is, you may be able to start generating Helium right now, especially if your antenna's 20 feet tall off the top of your roof. That's huge. Where I live now, where I moved to, I have lots of hills, I have lots of terrain. Where I came from in Florida, it was very flat, so the hardware that I had in Florida doesn't really work here. That's why I'm buying all new stuff and trying to get back into it. But I definitely think it's a cool cryptocurrency. I think it's got some cool technology behind it, and I'm excited to see where it goes and to see how vast the network can actually grow. In my area specifically, I think I have maybe 5 or 6 total antennas that I can see, so I have to potentially make mine quite large off the roof of my house, my rental property, to maybe connect with those miners. So that's when you really start making a profit, is when you can connect to other miners and make that network larger. So it'd be interesting. I'm definitely going to make a video about it when it comes time. There is a chat available over on Discord for Helium. I haven't started it yet. The channel has been created, but no one has mentioned anything about it yet. It totally circumvents monopolies on information transmission, is pretty safe against natural disasters or damaged towers, network shutdowns. I'm all for it. Glad to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, man, you summed it up perfectly. Taking away the monopoly, taking away some of the risks that having these large towers out there, cause for us. Having a large mesh network where if 10 miners go down in one city because of a power outage, the whole network's not going to fail, because just outside that power outage limit there may be another 50 miners that are ready to pick up the slack. So very cool, very cool. Yeah, I was thinking about doing the same thing, going and knocking on neighbors' doors to say, hey, can I put this in your house? I'll pay for it, or I'll split the profits for you, or pay for electricity, or whatever it may be. But like, I just moved to the area, so I'm not super friendly with my neighbors yet. I'm working on it, but with the whole pandemic and everything, it's tough to really talk to people. People are really shut in where I am. They're very strict on where I live. When it comes to COVID and the pandemic and everything. Oh, I said a hot word. I'm not supposed to say that. Sorry. All right, so let's. I'm going to change subject here a little bit from helium. We can always come back to it if you want later. I'm in Virginia. I'm in VA. So I went from Florida to Virginia, and originally I'm from Boston. So I went way up north, way down south, and now I'm someplace in the middle. Let's change subject here a little. We can always come back to helium and cryptocurrencies, as I do want to talk about SafeMoon and Dogecoin a little bit more. But this is very interesting news that popped up, in some of my hot feeds that I get, some of my news outlets that I use, talking about AMC and the short squeeze and kind of the panic that's around it right now. I want to share some information with you guys. If you are invested in AMC, this is kind of prevalent information that you should know if you don't know it already. So recently we had AMC file for a shareholders meeting on May 4th. The original plan was to release or vote on an additional 500 million shares released to the public. Then we got a notice about a week ago saying if the shares do get voted in, we are not going to disperse them until the end of 2021. So the short sale will still be a go, or the short squeeze will still be a go in essence. So then we got this letter that popped up just recently. Cool hand, I'll get back to you in a second. We got this that popped up recently in regards to AMC and their meeting coming up. Very, very interesting. So they're definitely listening to the people. We have their CEO coming on multiple Twitter streams and multiple Twitch live streams and Facebook, YouTube channels, and whatever else. So they're listening to us, which is awesome. He says, shareholders on the company, which is a true fact. So this was very cool to see this pop up. I'm going to kind of highlight some stuff here. It says removal of proposed one for stockholder consideration. So they're listening to us. They heard our plea. We as the majority shareholders right now, so retail investors hold a large portion of the AMC share. That's why the short squeeze happens. There aren't enough shares in the market to cover the shorts that these hedge funds put into place. If they had gone through with this $500 million release of additional shares, it would have almost completely eliminated this short squeeze that people are trying to build up to. So this statement here that I got pulled up kind of states that, hey, we heard what you said, we're listening, we understand your concerns. You know what? We're not going to release the 500 million shares. What we are going to do, though, is release 43 million shares to 3 specific banks. And those banks are instructed to hold on to those shares. Again, this all has to be voted on come May 4th. So that's going to be the plan moving forward is no more 500 million shares being released. However, 43 million shares will be given to 3 specific banks to hold onto. Now, anybody holding on to these shares, and what they're doing is they're giving to the banks that they hold debt with, and that they haven't announced it, but that is my understanding and my belief is what they're doing. So any large corporation or any large company has debt, has things that they need to resolve to grow the company. They need to take out debt, buy equipment, whatever it may be. So they're awarding these banks that they have the debt with these 43 million shares in the hope that this short squeeze happens to pay off their debt, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So the banks are going to hold these shares. They're going to not sell them, obviously, because they want to make their money. Unfortunately, the hedge funds that shorted AMC are going to get blown out of the water. They're going to be bankrupt or whatever may happen to them. And then when AMC skyrockets, these 43 million shares will probably be the first ones to go. We'll probably start seeing liquidation of these around the $500 to $800 mark. Hopefully they're smart enough and willing enough to work with retail investors to really push the AMC squeeze higher and higher. But it's going to come down to the people that hold the shares to determine the overall price of the squeeze. So I thought that was very interesting of AMC to do that, to acknowledge the fact that we as the shareholders don't want this 500 million share release, but we understand that they have their own debt to pay, so they're releasing the 43 million to banks to pay off their debt. I thought that was really cool of them to do. I thought that CEO has been very vocal and very, I don't know what he could be, a lion in sheep's clothing or wolf in sheep's clothing or whatever you want to say, and try to be pulling the wool over our eyes. But by seeing this, by seeing some of the data that I'm going to share with you next, I really think that this short squeeze could be very lucrative for a lot of people. I myself am holding over 1,300 shares on Robinhood. I got another 76 on Webull, and I have another, 14 on Thinkorswim and another 20 on Cash App. So I have, a lot of shares, well over 1,400 shares of AMC that I am holding on to. It pays out dividends, so if it never squeezes, I'm happy. I'll still retain those dividends, but I would like to see the squeeze. This could be life-changing for so many people. So I just thought that was interesting. I thought you guys should, if you're holding AMC, you definitely should know about what's going on behind the scenes. This stuff is all public. I will put this link in the description down below for everybody at the end of the live stream, and I'll also put it over on my Discord server as well. Next little tidbit of information to kind of incentivize people to hold on to their shares if they have them. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but I am definitely holding on to my shares of AMC just based upon that last little article I sent you, little tidbit from AMC, and this from fintel.io. So fintel.io, they do have some available information for free, but it is a paid platform. Let's scroll down here so we can kind of see what's going on. I'm going to refresh this just so we have a nice fresh number. Okay, so it has gone up a little bit, 800,000 short. So for a long time here, you can see scrolling down 21st and so on, 4 hours ago, 1 hour ago, there weren't any short shares available. So this means that companies are liquidating some of their short contracts, or executing them, if you will. So right now there's currently 800,000 available. To me, that seems like we're moving. That's not a bad thing. A lot of people would see that as a bad thing. I don't. I think that's people, these hedge funds trying their best, to just keep their head above water. So they're definitely in a panic mode, in my opinion. If I scroll down here a little bit further, I'll show you why. So this is the interest rate that they pay per day on all of their short contracts. 26.24% interest rate. Now, anybody with bad credit and credit cards understands that that is a huge amount of interest to be seen. And we got the hedge funds coming out and saying, hey, we can't pay this interest. This is ridiculous. Well, guess what? The common person, the common individual investor, the guy that, that works every single day, this is what they have to pay for the majority of the credit cards that are out there, especially if you don't have perfect credit. So, haha to them. It's finally, flip-flopped. The gloves on the other hand, if you will. I thought this was awesome. I thought this was great, and the interest is just going to continue to climb. I think we're right around 2.03 days or so before we really see this kick in and we really start seeing the short squeeze take off. I did make a video about the short squeeze earlier in the week, talking about how I felt about the charting, and just like I said, it dipped back down. And I think it's in an effort from the hedge funds or the people short selling the contracts. They're pushing the price down. Oh, the squeeze is over. It rose to $12, whatever, and all the squeeze is over. No, the squeeze has yet to be begun. There are millions of outstanding shares that have not been executed yet. These short contracts are still very, very relevant. And a key indication that they are very relevant is that this interest rate keeps on climbing. The interest rate wouldn't climb so fast if they weren't holding on to their contracts. Short volume has gone up quite a bit. And then we see the failure to deliver dates. And there's just a lot of them here. So these are all the contracts that have been failed to deliver for AMC. So the short squeeze is coming. Whether it happens Friday, whether it happens Monday, I don't know. But it's coming. It's inevitable at this point. There's no way of getting around it, even if it is just a small short squeeze and we get to 500. I know a lot of people want the floor to be 10,000. I'm not that optimistic. I'm more trying to keep my feet planted on the ground a little bit more reasonable. I do have sell orders, just to let you guys know. I'm very transparent. I do have sell orders across all of my platforms to sell AMC at $1,001 is what all my limit orders are for AMC. So once AMC hits $1,001, I'm out. I've made profit. I'm happy. I can safely pull out. So that's where I'm at. Fox, awesome name, by the way. I'm a huge X-Files fan, so awesome name. AMC fudding everything equals circumventing. Yeah, I really hope the SEC cracks down on what's going on. There was a former hedge fund employee that spoke out. The video was on Reddit for a while. I can't seem to find it, but he calls them out on what it is. They call it all the manipulation and how they all laugh at retail investors. It's sad that our economy and our country has come to that point. It's supposed to be the land of the free and land of opportunities, and then we have the rich getting rich, the poor staying poor, and the middle class paying for everything. I'm in the middle class. I feel the fly. It's tough. It's even tough to talk about because it is so upsetting. It's such a hot topic. I really hope that moving forward, seeing not just AMC, but GME and other companies that are being shorted to this extent, and the manipulation really comes to light. There was an article that was published not too long ago. I'll try to dig it up and share it with you guys again in the description and on Discord about how short attacks or short interest attacks is what killed Toys R Us. And I thought that very, very interesting. We have Amazon, we have all these platforms, but a lot of people still like to go to Toys R Us and take their kids and go shopping. the hedge funds saw an opportunity. They shorted the stock until bankruptcy. They shorted the company until bankruptcy. Amazon had a part to play in it, yeah, but I think the hedge funds had a bigger part to play in it. It was a very interesting article to read. Again, I'll try to find it and share it with you guys. But this isn't something new. This is something that's been happening for decades. It's just now with social media and all these outlet platforms that give us retail investors and small day trader and the everyday person the knowledge that they need to better themselves, and they don't like that. So if you're holding on to AMC, I'm along with the ride with you. I got my fingers crossed everything works out, and I'll see you on the moon when it comes to AMC getting shorted, right? So and yeah, a lot of it fudding, and that's what a lot of this shadow ban is going on. It's around AMC and Robinhood and everything else. My account is still limited, and it's been trying multiple times to get around Robinhood, and they're still limiting my account. I have limit orders in, like I said, for AMC, but whether they actually get executed when I want to, I have no idea. Once this is all said and done and AMC is over with, I'm pulling out of Robinhood. They did just tweet, however, that they are in the process of working on their cryptocurrency wallet addresses. Whether we see it in a month, 2 years, a year, 6 months, I don't know. It'd be very interesting though, but it'd be nice to be able to pull out my cryptocurrency from Robinhood. Not your keys, not your coin. So let's take a look. I think that's it for AMC, unless anybody else has any questions about AMC and manipulation. Like I said, I'm all about it. We're seeing some major dips in the market today when it comes to AMC. Let me refresh. So where we're sitting right now, just below $11, it looks like. Not the best place we want to be in. We need to close the day, I believe, above $11 to make this a profitable short squeeze and really stick it to the hedge funds. Not saying that the short squeeze won't happen if we don't close it over 11. It's just there are contracts that are shorted saying that the company will be under this amount of value at this date and time. We're at that point for some of these contracts to be executed. So for them not to be able to execute their contracts in profit, we need the stock to close, I think, above 11.30 today. We're approaching 12 o'clock Eastern time right now. I think the lunch bell is at like 12:30, I believe. So we'll have to see what after hours and after lunch really has in store for AMC. I have high hopes. It's been doing real well. We had a nice little push up, a little consolidation, probably people getting out, paper-handed people getting out, and then we dipped a little bit of hedge fund manipulation. We're approaching the bottom of that Bollinger Band and that RSI, and hopefully we can push back up to the future. Sorry about that. Let's see what we got for volume. So yeah, it's very, very strange to see such a large green candle in volume, and we still have a downward trend. Clear sign of stock manipulation. This candle is large, and that's when we really started to see the downward trend, but there's no volume following that. No volume at all, and then all of a sudden we have this huge green candle trying to save it. We did get a little bit of a spike, getting back up to 1140, but then there's no volume again and the stock dips. Very, very strange to me. Very suspect. Just gonna have to, like you said, cross your fingers and hope for the best. Let's change topics to everybody's favorite and go back to Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. So if you're on Discord and you follow me over on Discord and you join in on the conversation over there, I shared this graph with you guys a couple times throughout the week, and I have yet to change it. It's seen very, very little change in terms of how I've drawn it. I've kept everything pretty much the same, and you can see how well some of these indicators work and why I use them, where we're seeing nice, consistent sideways movement when it comes to Dogecoin, just trending sideways. Nice consolidation, nice even movement between these two bands, between the RSI bands, and then we see a nice little spike back when Elon, a little bit about Mark Cuban on Ellen we had, and then Elon Musk tweeted SNL Dogefather, kind of a little hint of what's going on. Elon Musk will be on SNL, I think May 8th, I believe. Let me see, look at my calendar. Yeah, I believe May 8th, Elon will be on SNL. So I think we're going to continue to trend sideways here for a little bit, until probably for another week or so. We may dip down and touch upon this Fibonacci resistance band, but I think we're going to trend sideways between 31 cents and 28 cents. I think it's going to be a nice little consolidation point. Unless something dramatic comes out and Robinhood releases their wallet addresses, or Coinbase accepts Dogecoin, or Amazon accepts Dogecoin, those catalysts are going to be huge. But right now, the only real big catalyst that we have are Mark Cuban on Ellen and Elon on SNL. So I think we're going to see some nice sideways trending movement here, and then as we progress closer to that May 8th time frame, we'll see another spike. Fingers crossed. Again, I'm a long-term holder when it comes to Dogecoin. I mine it, I buy it, I hold it. I'm all about it. Just so you guys understand, if you aren't invested in Dogecoin, or if you would like to get invested in Dogecoin and you don't want to use Robinhood, Webull now offers Dogecoin purchases. I tested it out myself. I bought a little bit here. You can see my little marker. So if you don't have a Webull account, there's a link in the description down below. You sign up with me right now, you get 4 free stocks, upwards of like $1,800 or so. Sell the stocks, buy AMC, and buy Dogecoin, and we'll go to the moon together. So that's a cool promotion that they're doing right now. If you sign up, all you have to do, I believe, is pass the KYC, know your customer, and make your first deposit of $100, and they reward you between 2 and 4 stocks right now using my code. Because I've been with Webull for so long, they really try to take care of the customers that have been with them for long periods of time, and that have high retention rate when it comes to users. So we've had a lot of people sign up underneath me. I encourage you guys to sign up as well, and potentially you can get that $1,800 share and buy yourself some Dogecoin and ride it up to $1. So check that out. Again, it's brand new. I've been following it as closely as I possibly can. There was just a small little tweet about it that I saw in regards to Webull. So they've launched it. It's available. You can buy Dogecoin on Webull now, which is awesome. So check that out, and let me know how you make out. If you use my referral link, share on Discord what stocks you were rewarded. A lot of us would love to know and kind of get the conversation going that way as well. Warren, I am very interested in setting up a helium miner set up on a tower. I'm in rural Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a video once I get my miner in. I've been doing a lot of research, doing a lot of digging. There's not a whole lot going into it if you're buying the pre-made miners. If you're going to make your own miner, which is possible, you can actually buy antennas, buy a receiver, buy a transmitter, and you can actually make your own miner. That way, guys that operate hand radios or operate CBs, they understand that it's just a receiver and a transmitter. That's all you really need, and then you got to connect it to the network. So once mine comes in, I'll do a setup video and tutorial on it. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on when I put that out there. But as of right now, my miner really hasn't shipped. I bought one of the Nebula miners. Nebula, is that what it's called? Nebula, whatever it is. So I'm just waiting for it to come. They're available on Amazon, so hopefully it'll be here soon. No, but I will do a video on setting up the basic miner. I can't really go super crazy with a tower and an antenna because I am in a rental property right now. But if I get the land that I want here in the next year or so, before the end of the year, I'll definitely do a massive tower for helium and really get that network out there. So let's I saw another comment. Let's see, let's scroll back up here, read my comments. You sold, so I just caught this Claus Baker there about Doge. You sold 500 tokens or 500 coins or 500,000 Doge. Can you specify a little bit? I'm curious because there's a big difference between 500 and 500,000. Back in April 29th of 2020. Ouch. Thanks, William. I appreciate it. And again, guys, if you want to join into the conversation, not just in the chat, the Discord. Uh-oh. Okay, looks like we're back. Sorry about that. We got a little bit of a buffering issue. Yeah, like I said, guys, if you didn't catch that, come on board. Come talk to me. Share your opinions. I love the chats. I try to read them as fast as I possibly can. But like I said, Discord voice chat is always open. So if you want to come on YouTube with me and the live Market Watch Wednesdays, that voice chat is always open. So if you want to jump in over there and share and talk and go back and forth, you can do that as well. Let's see. Okay, so I would not use any Doge staking sites. I would not trust them. The Doge dev community is working on implementing new wallets, new API systems, and things like that. Once that happens, you'll see more sites like crypto.com or Blockfolio where they pay out interest on your coins. However, that is not implemented yet. I would not personally trust any of those staking sites. Very, very sketchy. So yeah, be very careful. I mean, do what you will, do your own research, of course, but it's not something that I would personally trust. Cool Hands, I feel for you, brother. I'm sorry. It's tough. I wish you and your family, if you have a family, the best. I hope you're on Discord. I hope you're getting as much information and you're trying to, it sounds like you're doing good, doing the right things, trying to better yourself and better your situation. Ask questions. I'll do my best to help you out. I'll do my best to help. There are a lot of loopholes out there to avoid taxes and things like that I really would love to talk more about. However, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you want to message me over on Discord privately, we can kind of have a friendly conversation back and forth. Maybe I can help you out a little bit deeper than I can here. Sold a why did you sell a 500,000 Doge? I can't give you too much. I did the same thing. I had to pay some bills. Things happen. I understand. So I did sell some of mine as well. I still hold a lot of it, and I still mine quite a bit of it. So I understand you got to pay bills, you got to take profit where profit is and take your gains. So I won't give you too much crap for that because I've done the same. But ouch. CDC. We can pull that up for you if you want and take a look at it. Do you have? Can you share the website and I'll pull it up? Or if you have a referral link, maybe that'll help you. I don't know, but I'll take a look at it. You had it 4 years, so you definitely saw some good gains. Yeah, man. Needed to pay rent. Yep, completely understandable. How can I mine Doge? Join the Discord. Watch my previous videos. I tell you how to get into it. Super cheap, pretty easily. If you just have a simple PC at home, there are ways to use like Unmineable or LOL Miner. Those are ways to get into Dogecoin mining. You have to understand though, when you mine on those CPU or GPU sites, you're not actually mining Doge, you're mining a separate algorithm, and the miner or the pool itself is actually converting it to Dogecoin for you. That's your payout. Pro hashing is a great one as well if you want to pick up a cheap or old or beat up L3 plus or whatever else it may be, and those are profitable again. Pro hashing is a good site to connect to and start mining with. You really can't mine Dogecoin directly. It is a merge mine coin, so it shares some of its difficulty with Litecoin. So you can't mine Dogecoin without mining Litecoin. You can't mine Litecoin without mining Dogecoin. So it becomes very difficult to mine Dogecoin solo. So what a lot of us on Discord are doing, we are pro switching or profit switching either on the party pool, which is zerg.com, zergpool.com, and we're mining everything in the script algorithm using ASIC miners, and our payout is Dogecoin. Or you can do the same thing on prohashing.com. Again, always links in the description down below, or reach out to me if you need a link or need help setting up. Pro hashing is a great site. They got the profit switching. If you were to strictly mine Litecoin, I think you'd only be making like $3 or $4 a day. But by using their pro switching, you make quite a bit more. So definitely check out those sites. Check out some of the miners. Join Discord if you haven't already. There are people in the marketplace selling and trying to help each other out when it comes to different miners and equipment. So definitely check that out, and we'll definitely try to help you out along the way. Right on. See, Claus has got two L3s in our party pool right now. It's been doing pretty well for you. 10 a day is tough. I mean, it's so the reason why you get 10 a day on Zerg and more on pro hashing is because we are solo mining in the script network on Zerg pool. So what we're doing is we're looking to solve blocks. When we solve a block as a collective group in the pool, we get paid out heavily, and it gets split up amongst the miners in our party. On pro hashing, it's a steady payout because you're just contributing to that pool, which is terahash worth of power, petahash worth of power, where our little party pool is only a couple gigahash worth of power. So there's a big difference in gap there. So that's why you're not getting as much payout on Zerg on a day-to-day basis. However, when we do find a block, the payday is exponential. So for example, if we as a group discovered one Dogecoin block that's 10,000 coins, it would be split up evenly amongst our party, which would be a huge payday for everybody else. So if you're on the chat, I'm sure you've seen, hey, we found a Digibit block, we found a Verge block, whatever it may be. Those are large chunks of coins that get distributed or converted to Doge and get paid out. Yes, pro hashing may pay you out more consistently and a little bit higher on a day-to-day basis. However, you take away that whole gambling aspect, is kind of what we got going on with the party pool, in the hopes of finding a larger block and really hitting that payday. That's what the party pool is all about. It's not a consistent payout, I understand. but we have the hope of really striking it rich and finding blocks of Dogecoin or blocks of Litecoin. So for example, a single Dogecoin block is 10,000 Dogecoin. A single Litecoin block is, I think, 12.5 Litecoin. So you can kind of do the math there and figure out that Litecoin is at what price right now? 260 times 12.5, or 10,000 times 30 cents. It pays out quite a bit bigger. Yeah, no problem, man. Ask as many questions as you can. I try to explain it the best way that I possibly can. There is a lot that goes into it. There is more far in-depth explanations that even surpass my knowledge. So we're all learning. We're all trying to grow together. Yeah, so absolutely overclock them. I'll check out that site as well. Yeah, overclock your miners. So I've had my L3s for quite some time. I'm going on probably 4 years. When the L3 Plus first came out, I bought 12 of them. I ran a business with a friend of mine, and we did cryptocurrency mining and consulting. So I had quite a few of them. When the company closed and our doors shut and we went our separate ways because we didn't really get along, I took 2 of the miners for myself, actually 3 of the miners for myself. I have another one sitting next to me, and we kind of liquidated the company. So my L3 Pluses have been running for a very long time, and they've been overclocked for a very long time. So as long as you have proper airflow and you have proper ventilation, you're keeping those chips under 78 degrees. It's kind of like a key core temperature. You can push those things so hard. Let me pull up my miners and I'll show you guys what I got going on. So here's 1, here's 2. So this is my big old, this is a second generation or second batch L3, so I can overclock it a slight bit more than my first generation. But you can see here I'm sitting right at 720 mega hash. Sometimes it'll jump up to 722 mega hash, and then my core temperatures are fairly consistent. I do have one board here that is sitting a little high for my liking. It's at 78. It's probably close to time where I have to clean out those miners and start configuring for the summer. It's starting to get a little hot here and warm where I'm at, so I'll change the airflow direction and I'll try to get those core temperatures back down. I like to see between 68 and 75. Those are good temperatures. Those work best for me. I know a lot of people always ask. Oh, what we got? Sorry, I'm missing some comments here. So the silence boxes are tough. I mean, there are some ways to do it. I've seen a lot of guys, the easiest way I've seen do it is guys buying cheap igloo coolers, cutting holes in them and putting them in there. So you could try that if you want, I guess. Or submerged mining. I've done that. It's very difficult to keep the oil cool. The oil heats up far faster. When you're using air, you're dispersing that heat away from the miner. When it's in a submerged box and you're trying to cool it that way, you need to have good oil circulation and make sure you have a good heat exchange for that oil circulation. Next gen box. I'm looking for it, man. I'm looking forward to it. And then here's my other miner. Just I'll give you a quick shot. This is one of my older ones. This miner here is now air cooled, but this was the actual miner that I had submerged for quite some time, or one of them I had submerged for quite some time. So submerging does work. You just got to make sure that you're just dispersing that heat. And I did it 2 days. It's ready. So yeah, share it with us, man. I'll promote the video for you. I'd love to see it myself. Submerged mining can be very, very tricky. I personally cheaped out on my submerged miners. And what I did was I bought a ice chest, a large ice chest, like a deep freezer. Made some shelving in it so the miners stood straight up and down. Drilled a port in the bottom of it, drilled a port on the top of it, made a shelf for all the power supplies to sit on, because you really don't want to submerge the power supplies. You can. I chose not to because I was only using mineral oil. I wasn't using actual submerging fluid. Mineral oil you can buy fairly cheaply in 55-gallon drums. And where my family used to run a horse farm, or still does, I'm just not a part of that family anymore, or associate with them, I had access to large vats of mineral oil, so that worked out great for me, and it gave me another vat to circulate and cool my oil in. So it was fun. It worked out for a while. I had, like I said, 6 miners submerged, and it ran great. I had a cheap aluminum radiator bought off of Amazon, had the 55-gallon drum, and I had a decent pump, because that was the key point that I noticed, was circulating that oil fast enough and not letting it sit in the deep freezer where my miners were, and making sure I dispersed that heat as fast as I possibly could. I'm new in the mining world. I have the S9, L3, and 2 Z9 minis. Those aren't bad. I'm working on getting everything set up next week, so I may need a little help. Absolutely, man. Just let us know. My name over on Discord is Anari, so message me directly, jump into the community. We'll try to help you out as best we possibly can. I know a lot of guys right now are struggling trying to update the firmware on their L3s. We even had a guy that fried one of his control boards with some static. I'm trying to help him find some new parts right now. I have access to the dev fee free version of the Blizz firmware, thanks to another member of our Discord. It also has the signature delete. So if you get an error trying to update your firmware on these miners, especially the L3, and you get a signature not verified or error, this will get rid of it. So we'll definitely help you out. So the Z9s, those are interesting little machines. I'm going to pull up pro hashing. I know I said I got to go to cdc.com, but let me pull up prohashing.com real quick. So you said you have the Bitmain Z9 Mini. What are you mining with the Z9 Mini? I'm not getting any data on pro hashing at all. To run the tubes from the mining mineral oil helps heat the greenhouse. So really cool. That's pretty. That's an interesting idea, man. That's pretty cool. It's a lot of tubing, but power to you. Yeah, I'm around. I try to make myself as available for everybody as I possibly can. Z9s. I know you can pick them up fairly cheaply right now, but I'm not getting any data off of pro hashing. So it looks like the bigger one there is doing about $3 a day. So you must be mining a specific coin then, and then converting that to Doge, because it's all I'm getting is a static information. It's not even offering a profit switching. Fox. What's going on with Fox? Are we trying to get a hold of member Fox, or are you trying to remind me to do something? I got nothing from that CDC site that you were talking about. I'm going to scroll back here and make sure I plugged in the right one. CDC is at crypto.com. Yeah, I'm still making a video. What's up? Stay over there. Stay over there. You're too cute. I don't want anybody stealing you away. My daughter just came into the room. What you need? Mommy's at the store right now. Can you wait 2 minutes and we'll make lunch? Okay, thank you, sweetie. I don't see that site, Crolantis. Let me see. I'm just going to try to search for it. Go to Google. Google never fails. So you got the Z9 on Komodo. Yeah, I can see that paying a little bit better. Sorry, Crolantis. I can't seem to find that CDC site that you're talking about. Let me take a look at that. Pull up the pool here. Yeah, we got 10.7 gigahash in our party pool, which isn't bad. We were at 15. I think I saw 20 at one point in time. But as the price of Doge went up, other people moved their miners to other sites. It happens. Mine go down from time to time because my electrical here in my rental sucks. It's an older home that I'm renting with my family, so it's not always as stable as I'd like it to be. Safe Moon looks like it's kind of stabling out a little bit. It's not too bad. See if I can pull up a little bit of a chart here. 1 day, 7 day. Yeah, man, that's not a bad chart to me. To be honest with you, granted we saw a huge run up in price when Safe Moon started popping off, on social media, but that's not a bad looking chart. So you're mining Horizon, get paid out in Doge. Whatever works for you. I mean, the Z9s are fairly cheap right now, I believe. So, get in while you can, right? As the L3 Plus went from being a couple $100, $300-400 with a PSU to now over $1,000 for a used one. So, jump in while you can. And as new cryptocurrencies become available on these algorithms, the miners become useful again. That's kind of what we're seeing with the L3s. The L3s are really for script mining and Litecoin. That's how they were marketed at first. And now that Dogecoin is popular, they've kind of switched gears, and now everyone's saying like these L3s are for Dogecoin only. They're not. These miners are ASIC miners, are algorithm specific integrated circuits. So any cryptocurrency on that algorithm can be mined. So if you have a project that you love to death, that is on the script algorithm, or on Equihash, or on the Komodo, whatever other algorithm is out there, you can potentially solo mine those coins, those lesser valued coins, hold on to them, stash them up, collect them, and then as the coin becomes more popular, it goes to the roof, and you go to the moon, and you're making your pockets nice and heavy. So there's a lot of different ways you got to think about cryptocurrency mining. There's a lot of ways to make money, short term and long term. Yeah, I really would hate to throw away any of my miners. I stash graphics cards. I got miners that I buy and fix because of that reason. There'll be other cryptocurrencies that come out that are far easier to mine on these algorithms than, say, the more popular ones. And over time, as that value increases, so do your holdings. Just like what SafeMoon is doing right now. I picked up I'm at like 492 million SafeMoon tokens, and I picked them up for pennies. I sold some of my Cardano, I sold some Ethereum, I sold a little bit of here and there to kind of gather up some money, and I bought into SafeMoon, and it's done very well for me, so I'm not complaining. And this is only a coin that's only 60 days old. Lots of stuff, man. It's a constantly evolving ecosystem when it comes to cryptocurrency or markets or investing, stock market, forex, whatever it may be. It's constantly evolving, and that's a good place for me to plug my book. Because so much is going on and so much is happening, I have to keep track of everything. My little journal there, my trade tracker, helps me keep track of everything, and I made it available to whoever wants it. If you're on Discord, let me know if you want one. I'll give you a discount code. There's a digital download, and there's also a hard copy you can get from, or paperback copy you can get from Amazon available as well. Charles is in on SafeMoon. It's very promising to me. It's very, very interesting, very promising. Elon pops up right there. Very promising cryptocurrency, in my opinion. It's we saw a huge spike. We saw a lot of run up and a lot of popularity, and then we saw a big dip, a big retracement. We're seeing a lot of consolidation. SafeMoon to me isn't something that's going to make me rich overnight, in my opinion. It may. I have high hopes that it will. I always cross my fingers and pray. I see SafeMoon making leaps and bounds when it gets on these bigger exchanges, and it really starts implementing their own exchange. They have just reached their $1 million mark to build their own exchange, and have actually surpassed it. They actually have more. They've actually raised more than $1 million to build their own exchange. SafeMoon exchange coming soon, right there on the screen. Let me pull it up for you. So I have high hopes for it. Like I said, I'm holding almost 500 million tokens for SafeMoon. I'm sure that because of the tokenomics and the fact that we get rewards for SafeMoon tokens for holding it every 5 seconds, I'm sure by the time they list their exchange, I will be even closer to that $500 million mark in coins. I'm holding, like I said, it was a small investment. I scraped together some cryptocurrency. If it goes to the moon, I'm all for it, man. That just incentivizes me to keep doing what I'm doing. That's what it comes down to. And the price shot through the roof of those. I got my Z9s to mini. Whatever you can afford, man, when it comes to mining equipment, I say power to you and go for it. You got to start someplace. You got to start learning and figuring out the integration systems, the dashboards, the different firmwares, what it takes to clean them, how loud they can actually be, and so on. I mean, I started with little USB thumb drives back before ASICs really took off. These ASIC miners were little tiny thumb drives, and I still have them. I still have my Bit Furies and my what were they called? Moonlanders. I still have them in a box in the next room. They're not worth me really running anymore, but I still have them. I had to start someplace, using CG Miner and using BFG Miner. So power to you. Anybody that is willing to take that leap and buy the equipment and really get into it, I'm right there with you. And if you need help, anybody that needs help, don't hesitate to ask again. Please don't hesitate. I know I do a lot. I do a lot of jumping around. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I try to answer as many comments and questions as I possibly can. How to acquire SafeMoon. So that was posted on 24th. So they're still promoting the Pancake Swap. I know the prices are a little off when it comes to Pancake Swap and some of the others. It looks like they're kind of evening out quite a bit, though. I mean, we're still seeing some high prices like on Bitmart and so on. More so because the overseas community, if you're not here in the U.S., has access to these, and their community is a lot bigger than ours. So that's why you're going to see those high volumes and those high prices. I tried signing up for mxc.com. I got hit with a KYC notice, and they don't even have the United States country of origin or phone number to take it to the next step. So they kind of stop you and block you at a certain limit for trading. Well, it is what it is. Well, we'll see how it goes. We did get, it's not listed here yet, but they are live on, it's a ZBG, I believe. Binance. So they're saying if a coin has a large number of users, then we'll list it. And that's from the CEO of Binance. That's pretty cool. So they're saying is 1.4 million holders enough. So SafeMoon on Binance soon, it looks like. And there you go. We surpassed the $1 million mark for SafeMoon on building their own exchange. 60 days old, man. To see a cryptocurrency grow that fast. And I actually sat down and I read the white paper when it comes to SafeMoon. So I feel a little bit better about investing in it because I read the white paper. I really like their take on tokenomics and what they're doing with this. And the bigger thing that I think people are missing when it comes to tokenomics, it's tough to see right now because there isn't a crazy amount of volume. We're still on a couple of smaller exchanges, in my opinion. We're not on the big ones like Binance and Kraken and so on. So we are still seeing a pretty big discrepancy in prices. However, the way the tokenomics are implemented and the way the tokenomics are used is one of the reasons, one of the use cases for the tokenomics, is to help mitigate and eliminate a lot of this arbitrage trading that is prevalent right now. So you're seeing arbitrage trading, if you're not aware, is when you buy cryptocurrency on one exchange and sell it on another for a different price. So for example, if you were to buy SafeMoon on Pancake Swap for $44.16 and turn around and sell it on Bitmart for $57.99, you would make a profit just in the price difference there. However, the tokenomics and the fees that associate with the tokenomics and SafeMoon help limit the amount of arbitrage that actually happens. Because there's a 10% fee for every single transaction that happens, it decentivizes people to actually do arbitrage trading. then that 10% gets breaking down, between tokens being burned, being distributed back to the holders, and going to building the exchanges. So by that, having that 10% transaction fee, and the fact that it's going to the holders, really pushes people to hold on to their coin, number one, and pushes people away from this arbitrage trading. So I thought that was very interesting. That's kind of what really, hit key points with me, was the fact that they were looking down the line. They weren't just trying to get a coin up and running. They were taking big steps for future holders and future investors in this coin, and traders, trying to incentivize people to use and to hold their cryptocurrency rather than just buy it, offload it, and dump it. By incentivizing people to hold it, in one place and not do arbitrage trading, it definitely helps the cryptocurrency grow in great amounts, going to the moon in faster, stable ways is more or less what they're shooting for. These huge pump and dumps are fun to watch, and people make tons of money off of them. I missed out on making 100K on Safe Moon, but I'd rather hold it and wait for that single cent to kick in. So to each their own. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Do your own research, do your own digging, and determine which avenue that you want to go in. Are you a long-term holder? Are you just trying to make a quick profit and take your gains now where you see them? Or are you shooting for the future? It's all up to you. Alright guys, I think I've spewed enough information and ranted long enough. I'm going to go make my daughter some lunch and see what's going on in the house. Again guys, I encourage you guys to join the conversation either here on the live streams or on Discord. Jump in, share your opinions, share your thoughts, join the conversation. Check out all the stuff we got going on Discord, whether it be some of my affiliate links if you're looking to get into something. There's also new Patreon that we just launched, so check that out as well. We have the Side Hustle Enterprise.com website. We have the E-Trader book that's now live. So just let me know what you got going on. Share your opinion, share your thoughts, whether you hate me, whether you like me, whether you don't, whatever. And of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and definitely hit that notification bell for when we go live again. So until next time, guys, keep it safe, take it easy, enjoy your family, enjoy just life in general, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.